All right. We have a problem. And this is huge. This is actually, not gonna lie, insane to me how this has happened. Um, I have no idea how anyone let this situation happen, but it is happening right now. So what I'm talking about is this from Archie about Control X, which is happening this weekend on Saturday for top eight. As it says, last night I asked the 13 remaining teams whether or not to ban purposefully using a controlling input push ball or rainbow flag on the goal line with the intention of stealing priority away from goalkeeper to dive. 7 voted yes, 5 voted no, and 1 voted I don't care. Since yes did not win by any overwhelming majority, this tactic will be legal for the remainder of Control X NA Open. This is not a tactic. This is a bug or glitch exploit. This is literally a bug. It's a prior bug. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna show you right here. This is the bug that we're talking about. So as you can see, this is BBB Phoenix on the wings. He's gonna do a wall bounce to himself, cross, and then Skyline's diving for this ball. And then you see a BBB player. I don't know if this is Bird or this is, I don't know who that is. Basically, spams A, so it's still prio from the keeper because you get more prio receiving a ball from your teammate's pass than the goalkeeper dive prio. The goalkeeper dive prio is the lowest prio in the game, so any other input would steal that over it. And this is basically what happened. It went through the keeper. He had the whole catch and he had the whole catch and dive animation. He caught the ball, but since he spams A behind here, the prio got over him and let to go. And you can tell by Skyline's reaction, like this should not be happening. This is in no way a valid strategy. Or like, it's not even a tactic. This is just literally a bug exploit. This is not a tactic. There's no tactic that's supposed to do that. And the reasoning for even having a vote to all this is because Archie had a team, I assume BBB showed them, and Archie said it is valid and legal strategy at Off the Wall Wednesday and Control X NA Open because the counterplay exists. The saying the counterplay exists and is simple to explain and simple to execute and consistent is kind of wild to me. I'm not gonna lie. At the end of the day, it's still a bug exploit. No matter if it's if no matter if there's a counterplay or like a counter strat, there is just no way a bug exploit should be allowed in any tournament. Rematch esports banned it. Um, I think another tournament's banned it. It's only happening for Control X and Off the Wall Wednesday. There's so many other exploit like the Skywalk tech that came out when the game released, where you like just keep heading the ball into the wall and you start flying. That has a counterplay and that is banned. Now this is basically the same situation as that, saying there's a counterplay, so you can just skywalk, which every every tournament banned it. Even Archie's own tournament banned it. So seeing this as a counterplay or counter strat to this spam A exploit, winning prior over the keeper has a counterplay and which basically invalid is a bug exploit is insane. And then another reason that I kind of have an issue with this was when Archie asked the captains. Let me zoom in more. This is the message that was sent to the 13 captains. I'm sending this message to 9 captains, which um got changed to 13 because she didn't even realize there's more teams in the lower bracket. Of the of each remaining teams that hasn't been eliminated from Control X and it open through gameplay or disqualification, there is a known tactic of purposely using a controlling input, push ball or rainbow flag on the goal line with the intention of stealing priority away from goalkeeper dive. This tactic loses to goalkeeper who intercept the ball by winning the priority battle, but beats anyone who is familiar with the priority. This wording, I'm not gonna lie, is so confusing and biased. Saying this tactic loses to goalkeepers who intercept the ball by winning the priority battle, but beats anyone who is unfamiliar with the priority. So we're saying if you're not familiar with how prior works, then you lose. And she didn't even explain. Going back to this, it is not my responsibility to demonstrate the counterplay I was shown, and had someone demonstrated against me attempting to score the same way in a custom game. So I will not share the method. So why are we not making this a public knowledge? What if this is so publicly known and you can just do it? Why don't you let everyone know? I don't see a problem where like if you just let everyone know how to do it, then yeah, everyone can fucking do it in a tournament. But why are we gatekeeping from anyone? Going back to this is very vague. And the lower bracket teams, probably don't even know what the fuck this means. There's a literal clip of BBB doing this. Why is it not included in this message? And 7 teams voted yes to ban. 5 voted no. Yeah, while it is not overwhelmingly majority, we have to. We don't have to, but we should be taking account to that. It is a bug exploit, and most teams voted yes. And some teams probably don't even know what it actually is because Archie didn't provide a clip. So now it is allowed to be used in the remainder of Control X and in the top 8. And I know some teams are in talks of forfeiting a tournament. At the end of the day, this only hurts the competitive scene in NA. It does not help to maintain the what's the fucking word for it, like the game integrity or playing integrity by just using exploit. Because I think I don't have to put it out there, but most teams know. Only certain 2 or 3 teams are only using this exploit, and probably those 2 to 3 voted for no, and then I don't know, maybe another 2 teams that doesn't know what that is just voted no, and then some teams just they don't care. But it is just ridiculous to me that this entire situation is allowed to happen for a bug exploit to be used in an actual tournament that has a decent sized prize pool. But yeah, what the fuck can I do?